Welcome back to the wonderful world of Alexis. I really hope you guys enjoy the new intro. I felt like I was in the mood to tell you conspiracy theories about California because I realized there's a piece of our culture now that likes to say like fake news, and like here's the problem that I have with that. I don't care that it's fake news. What I do care about is being entertained, because half the fun is imagining things, you know what I mean? So I don't really see the point in being so uppity about life. I want to educate you. Do you know we are constantly dealing with droughts in California?
Yes.
Why do you think that is? Like, give bullet point reasons.
Just from visual stuff that I see, overuse of unnecessary water.
Right? Has anyone ever told you that maybe it's because we drink almond milk?
Is it?
No. Yeah, because it was from somebody out of state who told me that. I was like...
Someone out of state?
Yeah.
Maybe that's why you're in a drought, but not...
Your state was dry as boy. That's why almond milk can't exist there. That's funny.
I mean, you're not even supposed to drink almond milk anyway, so that don't matter.
Exactly. Doesn't matter to me. All right, we're gonna... Oh, what was that noise? That just leaked through my throat. That wasn't even normal. I wasn't intending on doing that. That like just slipped through the cracks of my vocal cords.
It's like a little leak.
All right, so California drought manipulation. One of the prevalent conspiracy theories about California involves the manipulation of drought conditions. The theory suggests that the 2011-2017 drought in California was artificially created through weather modification techniques. Proponents claim that the government or other entities use technology to control the weather, leading to prolonged dry periods. This theory lacks scientific backing and is often promoted by independent researchers and alternate news outlets. So, I'm going to start with two things that happened. And I feel like this is kind of interesting because the first one, there was a person, Travis Longcore, and others evacuated after an atmospheric river unleashed heavy rain in their Beverly Crest neighborhood. Conspiracy theorists blame cloud seeding for their intensity of recent storms, right? So this happened, it was reported in the LA Times, and I just want you to know that people started talking about this conspiracy theory again. And this is the weird part. There's a water agency for most of California's Inland Empire and parts of Orange County. They started a pilot program to seed clouds in the region in November of that same year to see if the clouds would increase water supplies, okay? This is in November. When they evacuated, they were in the month of October. So it was the month before they did their seeding experiment. And so the whole thing was that there basically was more than a foot of rain in some areas, causing floods and landslides. Peddling accounts became a thing on social media. So conspiracy theorists making conspiracy theory accounts to attack the water agency, but they had no proof. The agency thought maybe they would get ridicule saying, your cloud seeding doesn't work. Instead, they got the opposite, and people think that it works way too fucking well, and they're trying to drown us out of California. Okay, that's what I was tripping about. I was like, yeah, that's probably the last thing I would have thought would have happened, as a scientist. So now they're being accused by conspiracy theorists of California for the strongest storms in recent history, and that they're trying to poison the region. That's the two things, right? Officials said there was no cloud seeding during the last two major storms, and more important, cloud seeding can't create storms themselves, so there needs to be a lot more. Literally fucking making clouds in the sky. And then level of silver iodide used in cloud seeding is non-toxic to humans, and it's 1,000 times lower than the environment's drinking water standards.
So it's just lab clouds?
Yeah, they're lab clouds. But that's all you heard? You didn't hear the part about how...
No, I did.
It's not as toxic as our drinking water? Okay.
I know. I heard it.
That's what was important to you. Anyways.
But that's crazy.
That's crazy.
I saw water under a microscope. It looks gross.
As I was about to drink my water. Thank you for that.
I saw faucet water under.
Oh, that's disgusting. Who did that to you?
The internet. It was just a video saying mineral water versus faucet water.
Oh.
Fresh mineral water directly taken
from non-sewage pipes, yeah. So in August of 2014, a crowd of several hundred concerned citizens piled into David Marr Auditorium in the rural Northern California community of Redding to hear former solar panels contractor Dane Wingington offer an impassioned warning that the skies had been hijacked by government geoengineers as part of a terrifying attempt to control the nation's weather. There is no natural weather at this point, is what he claims.
So you mean they're trying to give us heat strokes?
Yeah, that's what he's implying. That's wild, huh? So
Okay.
apparently, I think this guy has an ulterior motive because he has a website called geoengineeringwatch.com. And so the climate of engineers decide when it'll rain, snow, where, how much, and how toxic the rain or snow will be, where there will be
Toxic.
drought or heat. Yeah. Alongside the tall, muscular, and imposing figure of Winnington, a panel of experts included a former. Their names weren't given in this article. Why did they call him tall and muscular?
Well, from what it says right there, that makes sense, but also, like...
I mean, why did you need to add that? Why couldn't you just put a picture and be like, and like, you know, have the shock factor of somebody looking at it and be like, dang, that fool's buff. You know, like, because if it's true, he would stand out from the crowd, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So clearly he doesn't look like that. I'm just saying.
The probability has been lowered.
Yeah, no, really. Experts include that there's indisputable evidence that airborne trails of toxin or chemtrails are in fact to blame for the extreme unquantifiable heat. And so like that's a very fancy adjective, but all I'm gonna say is like I don't like there's no proof. Like none of this is like, and then I can't find this conference anywhere. I just feel like maybe I should, like, the internet said no to me, like I can't like review the stuff. Exactly. I don't know what's true or not, but these are from different sources. So what am I doing? Wait, let me keep going. So
You knew I was about to say something.
yeah, I know you're thinking face. So HARP and high pressure areas. Some theorists suggest that technology similar to HAARP, high frequency active auroral research program, are used to create persistent high pressure areas over the West Coast. These high pressure zones are said to block storm symptoms and reduce rainfall, thereby creating drought conditions. The next theory is that we have economic and geopolitical motivations. So Dane Whittington, again, with his geoengineering website, Watch, argues that there are economic and geopolitical reasons behind weather manipulation. He suggests that the controlling of the weather patterns can be used as a tool for power and control, although these claims lack substantial evidence and are not supported by mainstream sciences. And that's reported on Wiki. Okay, listen, this is all for fun and games, okay? But I need to pay respects to some respectable people, you know? Respectable. Yeah, they suffered like 16 plus years getting their stupid degree, and now they ain't even heard. So the scientific community says that they're dismissing it because it's pseudoscience by scientists and mainstream media. There's no credible evidence that supports the idea that California drought was intentionally engineered, and cloud seeding has been practiced for decades and cannot cause multi-year droughts. And yeah, but the public's perception of the media has led to independent researchers and alternate news outlets becoming a thing. Despite scientific dismissal, the theories persist among certain groups. On a scale of 1 to Trinity, how can you get behind this theory that something's going on? Do you feel the drought?
I mean, I've kind of been in it my whole life, so...
So, like, no, right?
I've never noticed, because I've also never been, like, outside of California, really.
Yeah, okay. We have, like, reservoirs up the ass.
We have a lot of places with water.
We're by the ocean.
Yeah.
We've never had a shortage of bottled water.
Like, one of the main reasons we're considered to be in a drought, though, is because of the amount of rain we get.
Yeah, but, like, half of our state is a desert.
A lot of other deserts that have, like, a lot of water.
Obvious water, sure. Okay, we get the idea. But I'm saying, like, if we've never felt it, is it there? The only measure they've ever taken at one point was that they had LA County, like, sparsely not sprinkle water on their grass between certain hours of the day so that we can optimize how much water we were using, and like so most of it can actually be absorbed before being evaporated by the summer heat. And that was like the most I think we've ever done.
It's the most we've heard about, at least.
Yeah, like on the news and stuff. And like besides asking us to save water, like they would send us home with like water things. I had to bring home this wild ass fucking kit, and since my grandparents were being ruthlessly money pinching, they installed it.
What was it?
It was like literally a shower head to reduce water flow.
Okay, no, you know what? We had them. She never gave them out.
What did you do? Fucking sell them?
So, no. So she gave them out at the end of the year.
Oh.
She's like, get these out of my classroom.
Why did she wait so long?
I don't know.
So now we're on to the second conspiracy theory. We're only doing 2 tonight from California. I need more time for the rest. This is like a lot of work. This is Bohemian Grove.
Bohemian Grove?
Yeah. It's the summer camp for the masters of the universe.
What?
Okay, enough staring. So let's talk about the overview, okay? The Bohemian Grove is, I'm looking at my research. I realized I didn't preface this. I'm looking at my research. Sorry, guys. So the Bohemian Grove is a private campground in Monte Rio, California, known for hosting an exclusive all-male social club comprised of influential and wealthy members. These members, often referred to as the Masters of the Universe, gather annually in July to participate in various activities, ceremonies, and discussions away from public scrutiny. So initially, the Bohemian Grove had humble beginnings in 1872 when San Francisco artists, lawyers, and journalists started meeting in the Redwoods to celebrate their love of the arts. Over time, the club expanded its membership to include more affluent individuals, which eventually led to the original Bohemian members being pushed out. So there's high-profile memberships. The Grove had hosted numerous prominent figures, including President Ronald Reagan and Richard Nixon. Membership is highly exclusive with significant joining fees and a long waitlist. Notable past members and guests have included political and business leaders such as Theodore Roosevelt, Dwight Eisenhower, and Colin Powell. I was gonna say, how much do you think it costed? Like, how much do you think the rumors say?
Too much.
And so basically they also have to pay other dues to like stay in, and like apparently like that's a ridiculous sum too. It's a speculation that it's a secret society, right? So the club's high profile memberships and its effort to maintain strict confidentiality has led to rumors that it serves as a meeting ground for a shadowy ruling class. Critics argue that the gathering could potentially influence global political and economic decisions, although these claims are largely based on speculation rather than concrete evidence. So they have activities and traditions as a club does, and the club's motto is "Weaving Spiders, Come Not Here," and it's a reference of Shakespeare and Summer Nights, I believe. Basically what it means is like, even though it's a great opportunity to possibly network and like make money, like they're not supposed to be doing it. I mean, I don't know how much I believe that, but this is again just a conspiracy. So there's, and like that's the thing, it says like exceptions have occurred, such as the discussion that led to the Manhattan Project in 1942. There's various camps, each with unique characteristics and amenities where members socialize, entertain, and relax. Performances, including plays by Shakespeare and music by renowned artists, are common. The secrecy surrounding the Bohemian Grove has led to numerous conspiracy theories, including allegations to it being a hub for the Illuminati or other secret societies. Journalists like Philip Wise and Alex Jones have infiltrated the club, revealing some of its peculiar ceremonies, cremation of care. Despite these theories, many former members and guests insist that the club is a primary place for relaxation and socializing, free from the pressure of the outside world. So apparently, like, no women are allowed in it. Yeah, like, it's a total boys club. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking, like, maybe it was a camp. Yeah, that's what I was like. That was my first thought that came to mind when I heard this, actually.
This
Free.
is like the perfect cover-up.
Well, because it says, and like, it's funny because they're like free from pressures of the outside world. There's nothing wrong with being a little fruity in the booty.
But a lot of people get really aggressive about it.
Yeah, no, but that's why I think it's kind of funny that like, this is like, I was like, damn. You're like, I can make some assumptions. Show me some pictures. Yeah, I know you. Cutie. So there's elaborate rituals and ceremonies, apparently. I'm going to read a few of them.
Everything you say about it now just makes it seem more true.
That's why, like, the more I read this, I was like, yo, calm down. So the Grove is known for its peculiar ceremonies, such as the cremation of care, where members symbolically cast off their worldly concerns by burning a coffin effigy called Care. The ritual is conducted before a massive concrete owl, and it's intended to signify a temporary release from the pressures and responsibilities of daily life. Do you want to see what that statue looks like?
Yes.
It is literally giant.
I got concerned when I saw the first four were just in white. Then I see other colors, and I'm like, okay.
No, it's still concerning.
That's still concerning, but it's not as concerning as before.
Anyways, so yeah, they have the high jinks and low jinks. theatrical performances put on by the members. The hijinks are more formal and often involve elaborate productions with significant budgets, including plays and musical performances. The low jinks, on the other hand, are comedic and often involve cross-dressing and humorous skits that can be quite risque.
So you went back in time. You're doing the same thing that happened before in theater. And some of those men were actually
In the booty.
And this just keeps going.
It keeps hitting at something, you know?
Yeah.
And I, like, see, here's the thing. I don't know if it's in our culture to read between the lines, but I sure as fuck have already. I don't know why people are surprised at this point. Because there's like a lot of videos on this. I think I get it without somebody needing to tell me. I call it the whistle and the thistle. I told you. So Lakeside Talks, although it's not a ritual in the traditional sense, the Lakeside Talks are a significant part of the Bohemian Grove gathering. These are informal discussions of speeches given by prominent members or invited guests on various topics, often related to public policy, science, and world affairs. These talks contribute to the aura of secrecy and the perception that significant decisions are made during these retreats.
Yes.
St. Patrick at Tara. This is one of the specific plays performed during the hijinks. The production is an example of the serious and culturally rich performances staged at Bohemian Grove, highlighting themes such as triumph of Christianity over paganism. The burning of the dole care. During the cremation of care ceremony, there is a sub-ritual referred to as the burning of the dole care. This part of the ceremony includes a mix of theatrical and spiritual elements, often with music and elaborate speeches. So I was going to say about all of these rituals, I think I've seen a video, like, of every single one. Yeah, so, like, for a while there was, like, the dark web stuff, like getting the boxes off the dark web, right? And, like, I was going to say, so basically, I feel like I've seen all of these. Like, I feel like I've seen almost everything in, like, from, like, different parts of, like, movies. And I think I've seen, like, I'm almost positive I've seen all of these things happen with, like, weird online videos. There was, like, this weird time where, like, people don't know how you get these videos, right? And they're, like, ultra compressed. So clearly they've been, like, sent over the internet, like, more than enough times, right? And back in the day, you couldn't send a 720p video and expect it to look 720p on the other side. Like, you couldn't download it and expect it to stay that resolution. And, like, I really feel like I've seen a lot of these, like, rituals. Because, like, you know, we used to pass around weird stuff. Anything weird or remotely, like, gross, you know? There was a lot of things that, like, went without any description because we didn't need descriptions to go viral. And, like, you would, like, get something and it would be, like, no text, no name, no nothing. And it was on the For You page or, like, the Discovery page, yeah.
So y'all just purely went based off thumbnail?
Yeah. Like, there was, like, sometimes, and then you would see, like, a video, because, like, it was always about what looks weird or what looks creepy. So, like, I don't think, like, I'm pretty sure like, there's, like, a bunch of these videos, like, circling the internet still. The owl statue is kind of unforgettable.
So either this whole one is an actual thing, or they got inspiration from multiple different medias.
I don't know. It just feels like it felt really theatrical when I saw it too, and I remember thinking to myself, oh, maybe it's a movie. But now that I've done this research, I feel like, oh, it's meant to be that way. So, conspiracy theories and alleged dark practices. So, various conspiracy theories claim that the Bohemian Grove is more than just a retreat for the elite. Allegations include participation in satanic rituals and even human sacrifice. A notable theory was popularized by John W. DeCamp's book, The Franklin Cover-Up, which details disturbing accounts of alleged satanic rituals and abuse that took place at the Grove. These theories are often fueled by the secrecy and powerful statue of the club's members. Right? The rituals at Bohemian Grove draw from various mythologies, religions, folklores. The patron saint of the Grove is Saint John of Nepomuk. I don't know how to say that. Nepomuk symbolizes the importance of secrecy, reflecting the club's emphasis on privacy and discretion. And if I'm correct, that saint just kept secrets. I mean, do you feel safe under an owl? Have you been under an owl? Owls are creepy.
Owls are pretty. They are creepy. I've
Yeah, they're
and what they eat is like weird.
Okay, and so I just wanted to bring up, just as like some bonus stuff specifically for the Bohemian Grove, is that I really think that it's kind of made like cultural significance, because I'm gonna be real with you, it happens in Northern California, and as a Southern Californian, it's nothing weird, but a lot of weird stuff has happened in Northern California. So like
Yeah.
like when I hear like summer camp for the elites, I kind of think that makes sense because I don't travel up there. Like people say
Yeah.
it's beautiful, but whenever those people that over exaggerate how beautiful Northern California is, I always feel like telling them like, dude, like I'm not going to go camping with you. I'm not going to do it. You know what I'm talking about? There's people like that where they're like, "Oh, it's so amazing. You should come so I can kidnap you and put you in this cult as a human sacrifice." You know exactly what I'm talking about. They give you that creepy type vibe. They do. So as I was recording this, like I don't even know what to say. That freaked me out right now.
Lights back on.
Dude, the camera Trinity feels it with me right now. The camera
It
overheated.
overheated.
And like it was only recording for like 30 minutes straight and like
No, it was just 20 minutes.
it was just
It was 20 and a half minutes.
And like this camera can record for like multiple hours.
Yeah.
And it has. Like I recorded my makeup video for like 50 minutes.
That's weird. I know this room gets hot, but like.
But this isn't hot.
It's not hot in here right